Aries are very friendly individuals, very caring and fun-loving and curious, and they can get stuck in ruts. They like to have things in a certain way. They won't push their way, but they do like their things in a certain way. They can be pushy, but usually in a fun way, in a kind way. Routines are important, schedules are important. You like the same type of clothing or colors. You like to keep things kind of simple. You're energetic and creative, and you like romance. But you can get turned off. And money, you like money. Now, you're not a hoarder so much but you do like having money, and you pay your bills, usually on time. Always making something, always creating something, especially for family. Yeah, I love Aries. They're so good. For Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. All right, let me see here. What do we have for Aries? Aries, oh, Aries, this could be a month of finding some kind of romance. Oh, yes. It looks like you might, those that have been single for some time, you may have dropped the ball when it comes to romance and not been so interested in it, or maybe just been fed up with the whole scene. You're taking a break from a break and going to move forward. I do like what I'm seeing here. And if you're not going to get involved in a romantic situation, it certainly will be something that's, really makes your heart feel passionate and involved. If you're in a relationship that hasn't been going super well, this is going to be a good cleanup period, and it'll make your relationship do much better, actually. I'd say February is going to be much better. Now, there are some circumstances that are going to change, though, now, because we've got Mercury retrograde coming in. But if people have been stalling on their life, this is going to stir things up and get things going the way we need it, okay? So don't look at Mercury retrograde to be a terrible thing. It is a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. It could really bring out the deepest parts of you, the most romantic parts of you, the most mystical parts of you. So I kind of like the whole idea, the whole plan of this. Certainly I do. And also I'm going to say, Aries, if you've been looking to learn something more occultish maybe, or maybe you are writing something occultish or deep, anyways, at the deep level of the soul, I do think that is going to really inspire the vibrations around you, which will pull in the possible love affair. Okay, and this could be with someone who's had a difficult time. I'm going to say they may have, they come out of their own hole. Everybody does, but this one looks like they've been crawling out for maybe 3 years. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm going to say that. And maybe there was some kind of addictive or compulsive behavior that had to be addressed. Anyways, things are coming along. Things are going good now. I like that. Your finances still, I mean, they're not bad, but you could do with a lot more money. All right. And I do think that those opportunities will come. There could be some change in your residential situation. That might be the thing that actually helps. Maybe initially it might cost money to make the move and all, but it might be a long-term saving. Okay, so whatever, if either it's a move in or a move out or some kind of change in your home environment that releases a little bit of money, okay? I'm being told to tell you to be really careful of foolish decisions, and that could even go with letting certain kinds of people in your life. And I'm not necessarily talking about romance, because I think, you've already been really squared off with that, but I don't really want that to happen. You will always be cautious. That's just who you are. You might be a little too easy with new relationships or new friends or new agreements, okay? So I just want you to be careful with that, all right, Aries? I really want you just to be mindful about any connections that you make, any agreements that you make. Mercury retrograde does say be careful about signing any commitments, all right? And I would be mindful of that from mid-February to mid-March, to be honest with you, all right? So just be careful of that overall, Aries. So as far as your health, Aries, I think that stress can be a problem, lack of sleep, difficulty sleeping. I think you haven't been as happy as you normally are, okay? And if that's the case, then this could be an opportunity for you to shift that energy, especially if some kind of romantic situation comes along and you won't be feeling so low. Okay? So yeah, I think this might be a fairly decent month for most of you Aries.